Next speaker, J.A. Gamache. Being a Mr. G. Being a Mr. G, J.A. Gamache.
All aboard! Imagine, it's a bright sunny day and you're taking a train. You are wearing a pair of sandals you proudly made yourself. As you board the train, one of your homemade sandals falls down to the track. You try to retrieve it. Too late. The train starts to pull away. What would you have done? I would have cursed my bad luck, mad at losing a sandal. Mr. Contest Chair, ladies and gentlemen, I once read a biography of a man I like to call Mr. G, who once lived the same situation. When Mr. G realized he could not get his sandal back, he quickly pulled off his other sandal and tossed it by the tracks. When asked why he did that, Mr. G replied, "The poor man who finds my first sandal will be very grateful to find the second one." Don't you feel like going, "Oh, how sweet"? The first time I read that story, I was touched by such generosity. No wonder Mr. G, Mr. Gandhi, became such a great leader. Gandhi dared to care. It would be easy to say, "Big deal, it's just a pair of sandals." Yeah? Next time you go to work, just try it. March into the office with no shoes. Someone says, "Hey, where are your shoes?" "Oh, I gave them to a homeless person on the street." Will they say, "Oh, how sweet"? No, they'll look at you as if you're nuts. Sometimes there is a risk when you dare to care. And when you dare to care, you are like Mr. G. I once tried to be a Mr. G. I was entertaining as a disc jockey for a group in which everyone was hearing impaired. Playing music for hearing impaired people. It didn't work. Even with very loud music, no matter how I tried to get them moving, they stood still, just chatting, so to speak. I knew I had to reach them in their world. A crazy idea came from my heart. And if it failed, I would look stupid in front of 100 people. I asked someone to teach me a few words in sign language. And then I jumped on a loudspeaker. Well, actually, I climbed on a loudspeaker and I yelled. Well, that's how you yell in sign language. Someone waved back, then another, and another. It worked. 100 smiles waved back. I pumped up the volume so they could feel the vibrations. And I waved, "Dance with me." And we all danced. At last, we understood each other. Not a word was spoken, yet we were not silent anymore. Our joy roared louder than 1,000 voices. Some words erupted from my heart. I couldn't hold them anymore. I yelled, and they all yelled back, "We love you too." I know. Oh, how sweet. When you listen to your heart, you dare to care. Hey, Mr. G listened to my heart 12 years ago when I started in Toastmasters. It was my second speech, and boy, was I nervous. My heart was pounding, up in front of the group, shaking. I said a few words, then my brain started melting like ice cream in a heat wave. Sweats rolled down my face, across my belly, pooled in my shoes. Confused. I mumbled, "I'm sorry. I did not prepare my speech properly. Please accept my apologies." I slushed back to my seat. Ashamed. Determined to leave this group of... TM doesn't stand for Toastmasters, it stands for terrible masochists. Then I felt a warm hand on my shoulder. I turned. A smiling Mrs. G whispered, "Congratulations for your courage. Most people wouldn't dare try what you just did." Then a Mr. G on my other side grabbed my hand. "Good speech, next one will be better." In that instant, I realized I was a poor man who just found 2 sandals at a train station. Thank you. Yes, you, all of you. On behalf of all those like me who were touched by your generosity, thank you. You see, you are like Mr. G when you drop a sandal of hope when you reach out, a sandal of joy when you listen to your heart, a sandal of courage when you dare to care. In the train of life, the world needs more Mrs. and Mrs. G's like you. All aboard, Mr. G.